then one day, very interesting thing happened was I was reading about this rape in the Uber in Delhi. There was a very large case. Before that, 1 year prior, was the Nirbhaya incident that happened. And so the Nirbhaya had anyways shaken us up all our nerves and endings, and but armchair wrestling was going on during Nirbhaya. But I faced abuse in my life as a child, as a teenager, so I know that feeling. Maybe it was very less as compared to a Nirbhaya, but we all women, we are all Nirbhayas in our own lives in many stages, I would say. Maybe not rape, but we know that feeling. So then, when this rape happened in Uber in Delhi, the next day the headlines, it was, I remember, I still have the newspaper cutting with me, and it said, so it was all about the rapist and this and that. Then I could read that one little line in that whole newspaper, which said, you know what, if there was a woman driving me, this would not have happened. That was that one line in that paper. I don't know, I can't find that line anymore, but it was there in some interview of that victim. Yeah, I said, this is sense. This absolute makes sense. This is a no-brainer, right? Why are there no women driving? So, end of story, I just cut myself away from my investment banking so-called sales job. And I said, you know what? I have enough guts in my life. I can drive, bloody, I'm going to be a taxi driver. That was it. Like, that button in your head, it just, and then you can't listen to anything. It's like falling in love. Right? When you love someone, no, then the whole world will tell you you're doing stupid decisions and you're doing the pagal, and but this is what happened with Taxshe. And I said, no, I have to do this. I cannot sit quiet. I'm going to do this. So my mother just fell out of a chair. I told her I want to be a taxi driver. She was like, what happened to you? And I said, see, and during that time in the financial side, now we had seen a lot of those crises, that Lehman Brothers, and we had seen a lot of that. And she had seen a lot of stress in my life with targets and stuff like this also. So, but single mother thi, I need the money, and. So I told my mom, listen, I will drop children to schools. Okay. It's a year-long business, man. I'll keep them safe also. And it's like a school van. School van has business all through. So then my mother just looked me in the eyes and, you'll bring 40,000-50,000 bucks home to run the house. Food will come on the table or not? I said, food will come. She said, okay, do it. So again, the simplicity of the entire thing. But that, I think the calling was so high that to give up the comfort of an amazingly paying job, the status, the single parenthood desperation that I cannot have a salary not coming to my account. And then there was this. So I just jumped in. I didn't have a plan B or anything. I just knew that this is where the temple run was taking me now, and I had to go. I was into it. I was sold out.
Okay, so your idea was the steady income is going to be the school children, and the rest of the day you'll run your vehicle as a taxi, is it? How did Taxshe come in?
Yeah, Taxshe ko actually again I wanted a very simple name. I thought women cabbie and all, and I said taxi ko Taxshe kar dete bas. Let's just play on the word, and that was the end of the story. It was a very simple, just pun on the word, and we changed it.
Yeah, so there's one vehicle. Usually, if you're going to ferry a lot of kids, then you'll need a bigger vehicle, right? And you use the same vehicle as.
Yeah, I thought I'll take a Maruti Omni and start. No, it's like what, but that also got, like when I don't know, that I think the calling is so high to. There's nothing.
No, but were parents receptive, Vandana? I'm very curious.
No, they loved it. Oh. So very interestingly, I put up a post in Facebook. That was my first public post. I had never used Facebook for work ever. I had no idea on social media, nothing. I just put up a very from my heart post that, listen, I want to start a woman taxi service. I did not talk of kids with nothing at this point of time. And I want to start a woman taxi service for women. And can somebody refer some drivers to me? So I did a call out for drivers. ड्राइवर तो कोई नहीं मिला वहां से, but I got some 3,000 calls that day. And I was like, oh, this is good market, man. This market is right here. I mean, 3,000 calls. I didn't have time to go to the toilet. Madam, can you send me a cab here? Madam, can you send me a cab here? I said, oh, this is a booming market out here.
Yeah.
Even this children's segment, it came out of when I started ferrying. I became a driver first. Chalo, drive karke dekh le. I became a driver first, and then I realized that when I was driving children, to little girls, I think my first line were two little sisters who I was taking to the swimming pool. Okay. I was in Jalahalli and very far away, and I'm driving all the way 40 kilometers to drive those two kids to school or to their swimming class. But experience and the joy of driving those two little girls and the joy of thinking how much they're cackling in the back seat and the joy of thinking as a woman, as a mother, that these two kids won't be touched wrong with me, right? It just takes the cake. So then I said, oh, let's drive kids to school, man. I'll enjoy also. I'll hear all the tutter-putter behind. I didn't have so much time with my own kid. This is fun. Even my girls, when I started searching for drivers and all, they were like, oh, taxi, I don't want to drive any Tom, Dick and Harry. I'm scared in the nights. So that's big. That's when my own experience started coming out. I wouldn't drive men in my car at all. Why? He can do something to me. Right? Who's God? I'm a safe man. No, not all men, but yes, every man. That was going on in our head. So then I said, oh, this kiddie thing is good. Kids are safe. I'm stopping abuse over there. I'm also earning a living over here. This is good. And then night I can do women. They don't need me in the daytime anyway. So we started making a whole business model around kids in the morning and women in the evenings.
Okay.
Must hai. Bahut acha hai. I'm telling you, it just like jelly. It just keeps forming. You decide in what katora you want to put. It will take the shape of that.
Love this.